Brazil has a complex voting system, which is often confusing for foreigners. For example, election night is often a surprise for casual observers. The turnout is huge and the results are often confirmed in a matter of hours. But of course, voting is mandatory in Brazil, and the elections use a state-of-the-art electronic system to tally votes in record time. So, if you're planning to live in Brazil, here's a rundown of how the political system works. Like the US, Brazil's a federation of 26 states in the Federal District, where its capital, Brasilia, is located. Each state has its own level of independence, albeit less so than in America. States can create their own laws, providing they don't go against federal legislation. So there are 3 levels of government in Brazil: federal, state, and municipal. And each of these is divided into 3 independent branches: the executive, legislative, and judiciary. And at each level of jurisdiction, voting practices are different. For citizens, this means you end up being obliged to vote every 2 years. It's also worth noting that independent candidacies are illegal in Brazil. To run for office, you have to be a member of a political party. But how exactly does Brazil elect its public officials? Mayors, state governors, and the president are elected in an absolute majority vote with a runoff system. So that means if one candidate gets more than 50% of the valid votes in the first round, they are elected straight away. If not, the 2 candidates with the most votes face off in a second round. Legislative branches are elected using an open list proportional representation system. So in theory, if a party gets 20% of votes for a city council or the state or national congress, it should be allocated 20% of the seats. But Brazil also allows for legislative coalitions, which means that multiple parties can join forces to form a super party, sharing seats among themselves. In practice, this often allows smaller parties to rally around one super candidate, whose votes automatically pull up would-be lawmakers from their coalition. You can find out more about the complexities of legislative elections on our website. The difference comes in the Senate, where each state is given 3 representatives. These are elected by a strict first-past-the-post system, so the candidates with the most votes in any given state get to represent their constituency in the Senate. There is some criticism of the model, seeing as the states of São Paulo and Roraima both have the same number of senators, but the former has over 70 times more inhabitants. If you want more details about Brazil's political system, check out our in-depth explainers on the Brazilian Report. Like, share and subscribe for more videos on everything Brazil.